He secretly poured a can of aphrodisiac into the well water that the whole village drank from. The villagers were completely unaware and continued to use the water for washing rice and vegetables, as usual. As expected, all the villagers were affected. For 3 whole days and nights, the village was filled with heart-wrenching howls. However, Jimmy felt that this was not exciting enough. He wanted to witness the scene with his own eyes, but was discovered by an impotent man, who angrily wanted to chop Jimmy up with a knife. Agile Jimmy immediately escaped through a tunnel. Jimmy was a notorious ruffian in the village. He took pleasure in playing pranks on the villagers. He never paid for anything he bought. If he took a fancy to a girl from a family, he would directly abduct her. He even dug up a villager's ancestral grave to use as a birthday gift for his father. But all of this was nothing compared to what he was about to do next. This village was known for its longevity. In another month, the elderly village chief would break the longevity record. The villagers all wanted him to live until that day. However, Jimmy came to stir up trouble again. While the nurse went to the bathroom, he quietly came to the bedside and poured a bottle of 80 proof baijiu into the chief's foredrip. The old man could not withstand this and stopped breathing after a short while. This time, Jimmy was not so lucky. He was caught on the spot by the villagers, stuffed into a sack, and beaten for a while. Then, he was thrown off a 100-meter high cliff. Perhaps because he was the protagonist, he did not die from the fall. When he woke up, he planned to return to the village to take revenge on the villagers. At this time, the village was holding a funeral for the chief. According to the village's customs, the deceased had to be given a water burial, and the widow had to be buried along with him. Thus, the woman and the corpse were pushed together to the middle of the river. The woman seemed to have already accepted her fate and did not resist at all. However, a terrible scene soon occurred. The widow actually floated up unwilling to accept her fate. It turned out that Jimmy had saved her. Jimmy scolded these villagers for their hypocrisy, only knowing to follow some ridiculous customs, but not valuing this living life at all. Since the woman could not be accepted by everyone, Jimmy planned to carry her home and make her his wife. However, the villagers would definitely not let this immoral couple go.